audiences and turning the ripe old age of 50.
Good morning, Billy.
Good morning, David.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good.
David, this latest string of live appearances seems to be less like a tour and a bit more like a guerrilla assault, because in some places you're just literally getting into town, doing a gig and getting out again before the dust is settled, aren't you?
We started in America last year when we were doing the Earthling album.
Yeah.
We did 4 or 5 gigs on the weekends whilst we were recording. We enjoyed it a lot. It's really good for us to get into a club situation. I think that in the intimacy of that kind of situation, it really shows up the strengths and the weaknesses of the material that you're playing, and it helps kind of resolve what we're trying to do and where we're going. They're probably the best band that I've had in 23 years. I mean, I've put them next to the Spiders. We've been together now 3 years, playing constantly, and I really rate them as one of the great bands. They are one of the great bands. Not just for me, I think they're a great band. I put them up against anybody. Turn to the left, turn to the right. We are the Blue Squad and we're coming to town.
I mean, you've done so many big tours and big gigs over the years, you know, and in some, like, you know, Ziggy Stardust, you had a character to hide behind, and in some, like Glass Spider, you had loads of props and theatrical effects. Is it more difficult or more fun just having to be David Bowie in the centre spotlight?
Well, I think I've probably been doing that for quite a long time now. Are you okay? The characters really dropped off in the late 70s. I mean, there's always been a strong degree of theatricality about what I do because I find it irresistible. I just like it. I like making the stage look as interesting as I hope the music is, you know, and this present tour is really no exception. I've been working with a visual artist called Tony Owsler, who's been creating some very strange kinds of faces, kinds of disembodied heads that we use on the stage. It's very bizarre.
I just saw the eyeball there. You should have got the David Bowie space hopper and hopped across the stage on, on the giant eyeball.
That's what I need.
John is in America, low-tech's at the wheel.
You recently chalked up your half-century. They say life begins at 40. Does it gather momentum when you get to 50 then?
I suppose I'm so absorbed in the work that I do that time ceases to have much real function for me. You know, I mean, I don't really notice them slipping by too much.
But do you feel 50 years old or 50 years young?
Glass of water half full, I suppose. Yeah. No, I'm just a walking bundle of energy. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of America.
Do you, over the years, keep any of the sort of artefacts and various pieces of memorabilia from your career, or are they all hanging on Hard Rock Cafe wall somewhere? I mean,
no,
you've got all the old costumes and all the old posters and that kind of thing.
I've had a lot of stuff stolen from me over the years, unfortunately, because I wasn't too good earlier on about looking after anything that I had. But I'm probably better these days, but I don't run around looking for it. But say things if I'm doing tours, I tend to keep all the stuff. I've got most of the clothes, I must say. Being a bit of a dandy, being a bit of a fop, I tend to have kept all the frocks.
Do you like bells or balls? It's just confusing these days. The moon dance will cover you. This chaos is killing me.
You're going to be playing in Scotland very, very soon. You've always had a great association with that particular part of the world. Are you looking forward to being in Glasgow again?
Oh, very much indeed. I don't think I've ever had anything but good times when I've been to Scotland, and it's Scotland generally, not just Glasgow. Nobody seems to have much of a side up there. I mean, what you see and who you meet is what you get. You know, it's like pretty, again, pretty one-on-one kind of place and people.
You know why that is, don't you?
Because you're all round good people.
We are the master race.
Oh, yeah, I know. So I forgot. It was...
Billy Sloan having fun as always.